Quick sound check. Set this up. Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide in truth and sincerity. And salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Now, this lesson is entitled, let's see what I entitled it. Take heed, we right at the door. And we are right at the door, man. All right? The prophecy's playing out on a mass scale, man. I mean, everything is right there. Now, this video epistle was inspired by two videos I seen, one yesterday, one today, both put up by the elder brother Yahawah Qadash. All right, I want to play this first video, and I know brothers and sisters have seen it already.
So yesterday, yeah.
All right, so let's play it.
So in yesterday's video I made about the military mobilizing and all the military action going on in the country. So I asked everybody to put in comments if you've seen something going on in your town, so we can kind of see if maybe it's just a certain area, maybe it's a training exercise, maybe it's not a big deal, you know. So these are the places that people commented that said they had something going on in their area. I have a hard time believing that this is just a training exercise in all these areas. It's quite a large list. Seems like a large list to me. I don't know. Maybe you won't think it's so large. Maybe somebody with military experience on here will be able to comment and say, hey, nope, that's normal. I find it unusual. Here's the list. San Diego, Michigan, Bakersfield, California, South Jersey, St. Louis, North Dakota, Philly, New York City, Yosemite, California, Idaho Falls, Vermont, Illinois, Indiana. There's a lot going on in Canada supposedly also from people commenting. LA, San Fran, Ohio, Utah, Jacksonville, Florida, New Mexico, Boston, Massachusetts, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Chicago, Illinois, Colorado, Kansas City, Missouri, New Orleans, Virginia, Miami, Florida. Several people from from Florida commenting. All these people mentioning they have some kind of this. What you saw behind me a little bit ago was actually in Mexico. Large military presence in Mexico, which you never know with the cartels. That could just be from the cartels. It's hard to say. But when you see helicopters like this flying through the air, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a military guy. It seems like I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 places I named that have military presence, military activity. That seems like a lot for a training exercise, people. I had a lot of comments saying it's just a training exercise. Stop fear-mongering. It's a lot of places where they're having training exercise.
All right. Now, I want to play this next video.
Dollars going away.
Okay. And the elder brother again, Yahawah Qadash, put this up on his other channel. The first one is the military being staged? Let me get the exact title. Is the military being staged for upcoming civil arrest? You know? And then the next one was,
don't really know what's going.
Check this out. Things will begin to take a major turn momentarily. Lord willing, watch and pray. All right. And when I watched this video, which I'm about to show you today, regarding, you know, the banks, it made sense why all of these certain places are being filled with the military, man. You know, to squash the civil unrest. You know, Lord willing, these things come to pass, right? So let's play the next video.
Dollar's going away. The U.S. currency will no longer be the dollar's going away. The U.S. currency will no longer be the reserve currency of the world. Put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in, a big, 10,000 page bill, where the banks could seize the depositors' and creditors' deposits. So people are asking me what's going on with the U.S. dollar. I'm sure most of you are aware by now. If you're not, go ahead and let you in on it. The dollar's going away. The U.S. currency will no longer be the reserve currency of the world. We will put in what's called a CBDC, which is a programmable digital currency. They've been working on that for several years. Another name for it is Biden bucks, some people are calling it. So cash is going away. And if you've not been made aware up till now, if you've not seen any news reports, because the media is mainly blacking this out, so you don't really know what's going on. But all the leaders around the world are telling everyone to dump the dollar, and their citizens are following suit. So what that's going to do is just destroy the value of our currency. It will go to basically zero, just like Venezuela. If you want to see what's going to happen here, look at what happened to Venezuela when its dollar collapsed, or its currency collapsed. That's exactly what's coming here. So everyone needs to be aware of this. They also, in another component, put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in, a big, 10,000 page bill, where the banks could seize the depositors' and creditors' deposits, and there's no guarantee or even law that says they have to give it back. So this is already happening in other countries around the world. Banks are being burnt to the ground, and the media has a complete blackout on it. So that's how you know it's something they don't want you knowing about. They want you to be unaware of what's coming. So here's what I'll give you a timeline, okay? In July, they will roll out what's called the FedNow system. Now that is basically a payment processing system similar to PayPal or something like that. So from now on, right after that, they'll implement the digital currency. They'll crash the dollar, and then they'll force you. They'll let chaos reign for a few months. I don't know, a few weeks, few months, who knows? I can't tell you exactly how long it'll take, but they need rioting to go on. They need stores to be empty, which that'll only take 3 days after the dollar collapses. You're going to need to have 3 months of food, water, just necessary supplies, because stores will empty out very quickly. Think back to when the COVID scam was going on and how fast people rushed and emptied out stores. Okay, well now just imagine money getting cut off. You have no access, the banks are closed, they will not reopen during this. There's no ATMs that will work. You're just out of cash. They'll be looting, they'll be rioting. It's going to be crazy for a little bit, and they need that. They need that chaos going on so they can force you into the digital dollar system, okay? The programmable.
Yeah, that video is like 10 minutes long. We're not going to play all of what was interesting, this guy said chaos, and that's how Esau works. Order out of chaos, man, Order out of chaos, all right? This is Latin for order out of chaos, man, Matter of fact, let's play a little bit more of this video, okay?
Digital currency. Now, that's horrible for a lot of reasons. One, they can tell you where you can spend your money, when you can spend it, how much you can spend. They can penalize and take money straight out of your bank account if they don't like what you're saying or doing on social media, or if they tell you to do something like take more shots and you refuse. So if they want to give you more shots and you refuse, they can just shut off your money. Just turn it off like a light switch. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you guys have no clue. Well, a lot of people.
If you're paying attention, that's the same thing Aaron Russo said, man, regarding what? That CHIP, the things that we've been warning you of, man. So everything is right there at the door. We right there at the door, man. Lord willing, they go ahead and crash their dollar, man. Lord willing, they go ahead and implement the Fed now. Lord willing, the chip is made mandatory, man. And we out of here. Elder Apostle the Hard name this year, according this year, the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass, man. And that would be beautiful. That would be right on time. Why? Because we hastening the time, man. We are really vexed here, and Esau has worn out the saints, right? Now, the first part of the title came from Luke chapter 21, right? Take heed. We're going to get it now. I'll give y'all something to look at. All right, there you go. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, and starting at verse 34. It says, and take heed to yourselves. Right, first we're supposed to take heed to ourselves, man, because of all the things that are set to come to pass is right there at the door. Take heed unto yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. Right, cares of this life. You see? And so that day come upon you unawares, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the earth. See? These folks ain't watching for the prophecies. They're not measuring the time diligently. That's why it's going to catch them off guard. It's going to catch them unawares, man. You think they've been trying to sow spiritually, all right, to their salvation? No, man. You see, nothing carnal is going to be able to deliver you in the time we're entering. It says, for as a snare, it shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and shall stand before the Son of Man. Right, man. That's what we're doing. We're watching and praying. We're hoping that the mercy of Yahawah shall rest upon us. Okay? And we're in a very privileged position, man. We're in a way better position than the people of the world. Why? Because they haven't been sowing, all right, to the spirit. They've been sowing to the flesh, matter of fact. Let's get Galatians. All right. The book of Galatians, chapter 6. This is Galatians, chapter 6, and verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Yeah. You've been sowing carnally. All right, you're going to reap carnally. Matter of fact, let's continue. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. See that? Well, these people haven't been sowing to the Spirit. And they're not going to reap life everlasting, man. Because they haven't done the things they're required of them. Hey, man, it's fun to get crazy out here. Shit is fun to really get crazy. Like the guy said, they're going to let it ride out for months. You know, it's going to only take 3 days to empty out these certain stores. Right? Well, that's the plans of Yahawah, actually. You know, matter of fact, let's go get it. This is the book of 2nd Ezra. That's why it's so important to get it while you can. Right? 2nd Ezra, chapter 15. And verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Yeah, these words are faithful and true. All right? So when the things begin to play out on the earth, you want to know the prophets told you first. What scripture say? Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Right? It says, yeah, see the brother, Baquar Mob, a crisis is coming. Yeah, man, we right there. We right there, man. You see? And it's not by happenstance that all of these military, all right, I even seen them here in Birmingham, man. you know, getting off the freeway, you know, off Green Springs, you know, and I took a short video of it, you know. Well, that thing is happening nationwide, okay, and that Fed now rolling out in July, you know. Well, that very well could cause, you know, a major crisis, man, as the brothers are going into. This thing is right there, and you know, it's June, right? That would be so poetic of Yahawah to kick things off in July, right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 2 again. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right. Don't worry about their unbelief. Why? For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. So when shit hit the fan and they looking for answers, they're not gonna have it, man. That word perplexity, all right, that we've been speaking on, that thing is gonna lay hold to the planet Earth. They're gonna be without resources, all right. They're not gonna know which way to turn, right. They're gonna be left wanting, you know. Those are all the definitions of that Greek word, all right. Perplex, man, perplexity. You see, verse 5, 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. See, it's Yahawah that's engineering this, man. And right now, the dollar is currently the reserve currency. Well, shit, what if they crash that bitch while it's still the reserve currency, man? You know how much turmoil and anguish is going to be upon the world? All right, going on in that video, the guy mentioned that Venezuela is going to be like Venezuela. Well, what was Venezuela doing? All right, they were actually having gold coins and shaving off gold coins and silver coins to pay for items, man, to pay for goods, man. You see, that's what's approaching. You know, all hell set to break loose. Again, 2nd Ezra 15 and 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. See, and those the money crashing will surely cause, you know, goods to stop being transported. All right, your local grocery store, your local stores. Matter of fact, after 3 days, all right, they're gonna be all out of goods, man. Okay, well, that's gonna cause a famine of biblical proportions, man. All right, and if you haven't been sown to the Spirit, you're not going to eat in that day, man. Scriptures tell us that the servants of Yahawah shall eat, man. You see, verse 6. Why is the Lord doing this? For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the Lord has looked down and seen the wickedness of Esau grow great, man. And the Lord is tired of this shit, man. All right? The Lord is fed up with the wickedness of this place, man. You see, again, we in the month of June. And we already know this is called fucking Pride Month. And our Lord, Yahawah bahasham, hates pride, man. But Esau pushes forth that. That's why this devil thinks it's his plan. It's really the plan of Yahawah bahasham, pushing forth the prophecies. All right, and then you people going to really know who the man of the Lord is in that day, right? Let's go to 2nd Ezra 16. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? So the shit was so crazy. When the prophet Ezra seen these things going on, he was like, woe is me, who's going to deliver me in those days, man? Right? It's going to get very bad. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right. It's going to be just the beginning, man. You know? again, man, we hope that those things come to pass. I was hoping with all my heart that they would default on the debt, you know? But the Lord saw fit to have them work out a plan. But that plan still hasn't been passed fully by both houses, man. You know? So that thing is still on the table. You see? It says 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a member. What's a scourge? A scourge is a whipping stick, man. You know, a whooping item. You know, and the Lord has been laying sore strokes on this place, but only the elect, only the hopeful elect has been taking heed, man. They've been the one who been trying to sow to the spirit, you know, to the best of their ability. And another thing, you other camps, oh man, when the MOTB is made mandatory and the chipping stations pop up, your congregation gonna come hunt for your ass, man. They gonna come find your ass, man. You see? Why? Because you haven't been giving them the correct warning. You haven't been making them ready to the battle. You've been giving them a song and fucking dance, man, and that's still gonna be required of you. You see? 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. For behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And that's why it's going to come upon a snare upon all the world. Because you can still go to your local Walmart, your local Costco's, right? Your local Target, you know, your local gas station, you know, your local grocery store. You still can go to these places and get the things that you need to continue in this system. But shit, man, pretty soon, man, that shit ain't going to be there. It says again, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. See? All those things are growing upon the planet Earth. And as the guy mentioned, it's certain banks that's being burned down. I actually seen a TikTok video a couple months back of a bank that wouldn't allow the people to withdraw their money, and they end up storming that bank, you know, burning that bitch down, man. So yeah, it is a blackout on the things happening around the world, man. And Esau wants to hide these things, man. Beautiful. Let's get that off the comment board. All right? Esau is trying to hide these things, man. Why? Because he know if he got but a short time, he don't want to have the people aware of what's going on. Right? The water for your precept, the brother GMS must endure 144K by Matthew 24 and 14. Beautiful. And this gospel, see, it's a particular gospel, man. It's a particular gospel that the Lord has sent out that's going to be declared at the end. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. See? And we're right there, the cuss. The end of this man's system is right there. We at the door. It says, Salakia, same brother, Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net. Right. These people are going to be caught off guard. That snare is gonna snap them up, man. Why? Because they haven't been paying attention. All right. Esau is the cunning hunter, so he's gonna lay that cheese out for you. All right. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna fall along, and you're gonna get caught in that trap. Right. It says again, Ecclesiastes 9 and 12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. See? When it falleth suddenly upon them, you people are going to be caught off guard, man. Why? Because you haven't been measuring the time diligently. All right? And if you have been looking at what's been going on in the world, you can't equate it to biblical prophecy. Why? Because the Lord didn't open your eyes to see his plans and purposes of the planet Earth, man. Right? Back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. For many of them, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. Can you imagine the hood without food, man? These brute beasts now, you know? Can you imagine them without having a fucking bowl of cereal in the morning? See? These motherfuckers gonna lose it. Excuse my French. They gonna fucking lose it, man. It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. See? Man, it's a area here called Red Mountain. You got to go over the mountain, you know. And Jake don't fuck around over there. That was a recent story of Jake going to steal shit at the Apple store over in that area. But for real, when you ain't got no fucking food, Jake gonna test that theory and try and go over the mountain and fuck with Esau shit, man. And they gonna be laid low. Matter of fact, continuing on. And the dead shall and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Hey, a very vivid illustration of that, all right, is The Walking Dead. Also, what's this last one that came out about the fungus? Oh, man, and it's actual a video game, man. Let me see if I can get that. The Last of Us. Yeah, man. You know how shit changed in a matter of 24 hours? The dude went to work, and when he got home, all hell was breaking loose, man. Yeah, the city's gonna be wasted, man. Excuse me, the city's gonna be cast down. You see, it's gonna be everything on fire, you know, a whole bunch of looting, people in the streets. Hey, man, you're not gonna be able to get any gas, you know? All that fucking stunting doing donuts in the middle of the street, all that shit gonna fucking cease, man. And we can't wait. We cannot wait, man. You'll have your so-called Christians say, well, what are you gonna do in that day? Well, we're gonna believe in Yahawashi. We're gonna believe in the doctrine that he set out. Because he said these things are gonna come to pass, and they're coming to pass. You see? He said that my servants shall eat, and guess what? His servants are gonna eat. Point blank period, man. We don't care if you people don't believe it, but hey, in that day you're gonna believe it. Matter of fact, let's get some. I'm a little all over the place, but I'm just going through the spirit, man. Those two videos charged me up. It boosted my faith, you know. Ezekiel chapter 12, and starting at verse 26, again, the word of the Lord, Yahawah bahasham, came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and he prophesieth of times that are afar off. Yeah, you think these things are not going to come as speedily, quickly as we're saying. But guess what? Again, it's right there. It says, verse 28, therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord power. See? So guess what? The money is going to crash, man. Why? Because the Lord said it. Okay? Whether it happen next month or next year, it's going to happen. Why? Because the scriptures are faithful and true. And we're hastening that. If you're not hastening the coming of Yahawashi, something is wrong with you, man. That means you happy being here. You happy dwelling under your oppressor, man. Right? What is that? Baruch 3. We are yet this day in the land of our captivity, man. And 2/3 can't understand that they're prisoners, man. Okay, what is that? Isaiah, the captive exile, hasteneth that he may be loose and that he shall not die in the pit. What's the pit? America. All right, a very, very low land, low morals, low standards, and those things are being shown forth at the end of this man's kingdom. That's why you had this guy Biden flying that fucking flag, man. You know, that's why you had these things. That's why we see this place has to be destroyed, man. There's no way around it. Let's go here. And these people just going by their day, not realizing that the destruction is at hand. Right? This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. Now the header in the blue letter says, difficult times will come. Not might, but will. It's a guarantee. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. Know this also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. Let's look up this word perilous. Right? Scriptures say, in the last days perilous times will come. Or shall come. Right? This is Strong's G. Uh, 5467. It says, hard to do, to take, to approach. See that? Hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous. See? That's the time we're entering, man. It's going to be hard to bear. It's going to be troublesome. It's going to be dangerous. See? For those people who haven't hearkened to the report, that's what's approaching. See? Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. All those things are occurring now, man. On a high level. People are fucking covetous. They're proud. They boast in what they have. Right? They're blasphemers. Hey, man, it's a countless number of TikTok videos, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, vehemently coming up against the scriptures, man. It says disobedient to parents, and you can equate that spiritually as well as physically, man. You had the mother and her daughter put to death the grandmother, man. You see? It says unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. See that? Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. And that's another scene we're entering, man. Where these folks are going to vehemently try and come up against the men of the Lord, man. Why? Because we prophesying the downfall of this kingdom. You see, we're prophesying the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right, and these people are not going to just go idly by, you know, with hearing that report. You know, they're going to be pissed. All right, it says traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. See that? These people are lovers of pleasures, man. They dwelling in wickedness, man. What does Scripture say? She that has lived in pleasure, right? Well, that's you people, man. And it's surely going to lead to your death. Why? Because you're carnally minded. Let's get that. Just flowing through the spirit, you know. And call on Yahawashi for that. But see, we had a spirit on us to discern the times, man. All right, so we will be accounted worthy. Hopefully we are accounted worthy to escape all those things. Right? 2 Ezra chapter 8 and verse, 2 Ezra's on the mind. That's a good precept too. 2 Ezra 8 and 50. But this is Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death. See? To be carnally minded is death. Going on, it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. See? And our people don't know the way of peace. All right? If they did, they will return to Yahawashi in spirit and in truth with a humble, contrite spirit, knowing the Lord is set to destroy this place. All right? And the only way out is being covered or hedged by Yahawashi, having that tawah, that exemption from judgment. You see? Let's go to 2nd Ezra 14. All right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 13. It says, now therefore set thy house in order. What's your house? You got to set yourself in order. It says, now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. And that's the chronological order. You got to get right, man. You can't goddamn take the mote out your brother eye. You still got some in your eye. It says, comfort such of them as be in trouble and renounce corruption. Let go from the mortal thoughts. See? And how are we comforting the ones that's in trouble? By the way of these scriptures. Right? By telling you what's set to come. Hey, knowing brings comfort. If you know the next scene in the movie, you're going to be comforted by those things. Now I'm going to show y'all something. These people are so fucking vain here, man. Now I wonder if she going to start doing a fucking TikTok. Hold on. Let me show y'all this shit, man. I just want to show y'all. See? She's going to be caught off guard. She's going to be caught off guard, man. See that shit? That's fucking Eve, man. Eve going to be fucked up, man. Eve is doing a fucking TikTok, man. How old is Eve, man? That shit fucking ridiculous, man. Oh, look. I got to show you. See how vain she is? She trying to show you her ass. See that shit? Shit's really crazy here in Babylon, man. This shit is really crazy, man. Well, the Lord, that's why the Lord got to destroy this place, man. It's so much fucking pride. Unfucking believable, man. Shit is crazy. Shit is crazy, man. See? Let go from the mortal thoughts, see? And the Lord make his point every time, man. Every time. Every time the Lord make his point. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature. What's the weak nature? The flesh. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. And haste thee to flee from these times. See? Well, hasten to flee from these times, man. Why? Because all hell is set to break loose. All right? It says, for yet greater evils, see? For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter, see? It's going to be done hereafter, man. All right? And all that fucking pride, all that fucking mirth is going to be done away with, man. Right? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Again, that's why it's important to get it while you can. See, the warning has went out. And you're not going to be held faultless in that day, man. Matter of fact, the Lord is gonna what is that? I gotta get it. We're gonna come back. The Lord is gonna deliver you people to death. Right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 26. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him. See? Your sins are not going to be forgiven you. You see? The Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them to death and destruction. See? Lord is going to deliver you to death and destruction. See that? Carnal mind, man. Carnally minded. And so like you for my folly. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. See, man, in that day, woo, that pride gonna be fucking humble, bro. The wide-eyed. GMS must endure 144K by 2nd Ezra 9 and 11. And they that have loathed my law, beautiful. It's going right into the precept we about to bring out. They that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. See? You people gonna know it after death by pain, man. You see? And they ain't realized I've been going 40 minutes. That's the spirit though. Right? So in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. Yeah, when you were born again, right? You got to come to Yahawashi as babes, right? Or did our Lord tell Nicodemus, except ye be born again? And what did Nicodemus think? He thought he had to go inside his mother's womb a second time. But the Lord was talking to us spiritually, man. That spiritual aspect. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. And see, those days are drawing nigh. Again, they're right at the door. Man, we've warned. Start with our head apostles and elders. We warn you, man. We've been constantly blowing that trumpet. So you're not going to be found faultless. You're not going to be found forgiven, man, because you haven't been taking heed. You see? Going back to Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 2. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Right. This information is not going to be readily available. You're going to be looking for answers and you're not going to have them. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. See that? And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. See that? Those look out of the windows be darkened. See? So those things are fastly approaching us right now, man. Right? We're gonna go ahead and close it out. All right. What is that I want? Bear with me while I look this up. Yep. Beautiful. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 24. And something that I've been meditating on something I've been meditating on is how you reading Jeremiah, and Jeremiah said, summer is come and we are not yet saved, right? And then you read here in Matthew what the Lord said. Matter of fact, let's read it, man, because we right there. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 32. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise, when ye see these, excuse me, I'm a little excited. So likewise, ye, when ye see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. See, it is near. It's even at the doors, man. So we right there. Okay. I pray this has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Lord willing, coming at you with another lesson. Till the next time, say shalom, DTA, and a Bible ball. Soon. Real soon, Lord willing.